You've booked your trip, you did the dives, and yet something fell off. The diving was fine, the shop was fine, but you came back thinking, was that it? And here's the truth. Choosing a dive shop isn't really about them. It's about you. Who you are as a diver, what you want from your vacation, and more importantly, how those two things line up. Because at the end of the day, a dive trip is still a vacation. And if you're not enjoying yourself, well, what's the point? I'm Gary, and welcome back to the Dive Hub, where today we're talking about how to choose the right dive shop for you on your next trip in 2026. Let's talk first about the echo chamber. You know the one. Facebook groups, Reddit threads, YouTube videos like this one. You ask where to go diving and the same names pop up every single time. Bonaire and Cozumel if you're on this side of the planet, Egypt, Malta if you're in Europe, Maldives, Raja, Galapagos if you've got some coin, Koh Tao, Utila and Moalboal if you're looking for that authentic backpacker experience. And sure, those places are well set up. They've got infrastructure, they've got options, but they also have something else too. Momentum. Not necessarily because they're the best fit for you, but because they're the safest recommendation for everyone. For this channel, if I wanted big viewer numbers on a recommendation video, I would choose yet another video on Moalboal or the Maldives. And I'm pretty much guaranteed to get 5-figure viewing numbers. Why? Because it's easy to talk about places that everybody's already talking about. And it validates the bias that's been built up in your echo chamber. It's psychology, really. We're wired to reduce risk. If 100 people say, go there, go diving there, it feels safer than choosing somewhere that's unknown. It's herd mentality dressed up as travel advice. People will often say, I want to go off the beaten track. But what they really mean is, I want to feel adventurous without actually taking the risk of disappointment. So they go off the same beaten track that everyone else goes off. And then when it doesn't quite click for them, when the diving's fine, but the vibe's wrong, they blame the trip, not the mismatch. And you know what? They go again to those same places, because if everyone else has loved it, then maybe it's me. Maybe I missed something last time and I'll go again just to make sure that I get it this time. Does that sound anywhere near familiar? And here's the problem. The places that get the most recommendations are the places that get the most traffic. That doesn't mean they're the best. It means they're the most visible. And visibility isn't the same as compatibility. If you're not a buffet diver, why are you booking an all-you-can-eat version of dive shops? When I first started diving, I kept going back to Egypt. It ticked all the boxes: easy flights, warm water, decent reefs, and lots of dive centers. But I remember being underwater, drifting along in a big group. I think it was Tiran Island or something like that. But it felt like Piccadilly Circus Underground at rush hour. I was thinking to myself, why am I doing this here? I'm bored. I don't even know what I'm looking at. And apart from lots of other divers, this wasn't an enjoyable experience. There was no briefing that spoke to me, no post-dive chat, no one pointing out the cool stuff that enhanced my experience. It was just follow the guide, surface, and repeat. And I almost quit diving at that point. Not because the diving was bad, but because I was mismatched with my destination. What I needed and what I was buying into were two very different things. And I've spoken to a lot of divers over the years who've had much the same experience. You go where everyone says you have to go, and you do what everyone says you have to do. And when it doesn't click, you think it's your fault, but it's not. It's just that no one ever helped you figure out what kind of diver you were and what kind of destinations will resonate with you. So let's talk about that, because not all dive travelers are the same. I mean, we've got those newbie divers looking for safe diving with large encounters that scream, I'm here, come and look at me. We have the solo travelers, those ones with a sense of serene self-awareness. They know what they want to do and they're happy in and of themselves. We have the aspiring pros or the badge collectors. They want training. They maybe want cheap, but they may want specific. Then you have the photographers or videographers. They really want support for the dives that they want to do. They want good life and they want slow pace. And then of course, thrill seekers, the wrecks, the caves, the ripping current, getting bumped by a bull shark. We all know those divers. And ultimately, we have those bucket list tickers, the ones who are happy to tell you about the time they're in Raja or Kokos and the next trip they're off to the Ari Atoll. You're a person with the means to do some of the most exclusive locations, and more power to your elbow. Hell, I would if I could. But each one of those divers needs something different from a dive shop and from a destination. This video I'm making for you because I've been there. That feeling of, is this it? That quiet voice asking, maybe diving just isn't for me. It's not just you. That mismatch is fairly normal. But then if it is normal, then maybe it's time to stop blaming ourselves and we need to start asking better questions. So now that we've got a sense of who we are as a diver, let's talk about the destination that actually we want to go to. Do we want big, vibrant coral gardens, big pelagics, exciting drips? Or do you have a lust for rust? Or are you one of those critter hunters? Nudibranches, frogfish, the weird and the wonderful. Your underwater preferences should drive your destination choices, not the other way around. But of course, we all have to start our diving journey somewhere, and sometimes it takes a while for us to realize what we truly love. It was only after diving on reefs every day for about 5 years that I started to appreciate wrecks. But I'm still not there on caves. But when I am, I'll let you know, Nick. And then there's the topside stuff. Do you want Western style comfort, hotel choices, food options, nightlife? Or are you happy with a hammock, a cold beer, and a quiet beach? Because here's the thing, the places you see recommended over and over again, they're busy. They're busy because they're popular, and they're popular because, well, they have to be. They need volume to keep feeding the machine, to justify the cost base, the infrastructure, the marketing that makes you want to go there again and again. But once you've figured out the kind of diving and the kind of destination you're after, then you can drill down to the dive shop. You've got the factory operations, lots of certs, lots of training, and boat divers of maybe 100 dives. And if that's your thing, go for it. There's also the boutique shops, owner-managed, passionate, small, and they can tailor an experience specifically to you. You've got the resort-affiliated ones, they're convenient, probably valet-style diving, good service. And then you have those tech centers, lots of gear, lots of knowledge. But for some, they can be quite intimidating. And places like this, conservation hubs, volunteer options, reef building, and a real focus on the environment. Each of these serves a purpose, but each is built for a different kind of diver. In the wrong one, you might feel like the proverbial fish out of water. So, you've got a vision of your diving experience you want. Now it's time to do your homework. Because let's be honest, salespeople in dive shops are slippery suckers. You can ask, can I do X, Y, and Z? And they'll say, yes, absolutely. So what you've got to probe, you've got to ask, who are your typical divers? What is your dive structure in group sizes, depths, profiles, etc.? Do you brief and debrief specifically for the divers that are on the boat or just the dive site? And can you support photographers? Like actually give them time and space? And most importantly, can you as a dive center operator commit to supporting the kind of experience I'm looking for? Because it's easy for the sales guy to say yes, but they're disconnected from the operations guys. But also bear in mind, bespoke diving doesn't come cheap. You can go to Koh Tao and spend $35 a dive, absolutely. And you'll be on a boat with 80 mixed ability divers, and the viz will get trashed faster than you can say buoyancy control. But it's cheap, and if that's what you want, brilliant. But don't expect boutique service at budget prices. So choosing a dive shop is choosing an experience. The more you know about yourself, the better your dives will be. The next time you book, don't ask where, perhaps ask why. Ask, what do I want to see? How do I want to feel? And more importantly, what kind of diver am I becoming? Because the right dive shop isn't the one everyone else is recommending for everyone. It's the one that's right for you, for your next trip. And if you're still figuring that out, that's okay. I am too. Thanks for watching. I'm Gary. This is the Dive Hub, and we'll see you on the next dive. Take it easy, guys.